So let's begin. Let me share my screen. So to start with, there are two types of systems. Okay, let me use to explain you that. Okay, basically, I mean, if you see ECC or S4 HANA, okay, they are called as on-premise systems. Okay, and whereas in Ariba is a on-cloud solution. Okay, in ECC or S4 HANA, when you log into this portal, you have to, for each and every transaction, there is a T code, transaction code. Okay, and when I say on-premise, okay, the servers are maintained by the client itself. Okay, the company, I mean the SAP Ariba product company will not maintain any of the servers. Okay, in case of on-cloud solution, there will be a data centers. There will be no servers. Okay, there will be a data centers. Like for Europe region, there will be one data center. Okay, APAC region, there will be one data center. Okay, for KSA, there is a data center. Likewise, there are data centers, and all these are managed by SAP product company only, not by the client. Okay, this is the difference between on-premise and on-cloud solution. When compared to on-premise and on-cloud solution, on-premise solution is not cost effective because servers they have to maintain, they have to give the space for the servers, and they have to maintain the servers. And in case of Ariba, this is the advantage is like all the data, everything is maintained in the data centers. Okay, this is a benefit from Ariba, and it is called as a SaaS solution, software as a service solution.
Just one
Okay.
question here. S4HANA can also be on cloud, right?
Yeah, in future.
Yeah. But
future,
it's also available on premise, but Ariba doesn't have even option of having on premise.
Yeah. No, if I see, I mean, let me take you through this PPT. When they started in 1996, it was on-premise. Okay. So the basic idea, I mean, there were four people from IBM. Okay, they have started Ariba. Their main idea why they have built Ariba was like, I mean, they want to have procurement on internet. Okay, that was the main focus, primary focus, why they started Ariba. And initially, when they started, everything was on-premise. Okay, only in 2012 they have moved to on cloud, and later on this has been acquired by SAP, and it become SAP Ariba. Okay, it was founded in 1996. 1999, the company went public on Nasdaq. 2000 to 2005, Ariba made several acquisitions to expand its capabilities. Okay, in 2007, Ariba transitioned to fully cloud-based model. Prior to 2007, it was an on-premise model. In 2012, SAP acquired Ariba for $4.3 billion, making it a subsidiary. Okay, this is the brief history of Ariba, how it started. I mean, why it started.
It can be hosted on private cloud as well, or only on public cloud?
It is a public cloud actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, we can't choose the cloud provider, right? Like we can't say that we want to go with Geo.
No. Ariba itself, take care of that. You cannot choose cloud. Okay. So this is, see, what is difference between SAP, the typical SAP model and Ariba is, in SAP, when you create a PR, you create a PR or a PO, okay, the PO has to be communicated through email, correct? Okay, whereas in Ariba, we have two portals. One is Ariba Spend Management. This is only for buyers. Okay, buyers can log into SAP Ariba Spend Management. They can invite the supplier. They can do sourcing activities. They can do contractual activities. They can create PR, POs, VRs, everything. And see, the response to the supplier will not go through mails. Okay, buyer has a separate portal. It was earlier it was called as Ariba Network. Now they are calling it as Business Network. Okay. When from Ariba you create a sourcing activity, RFI or RFP, and you publish it, and supplier can log into Business Network and he can respond to that. Similarly, when buyer creates a PR PO and PO is sent to the supplier, supplier can log into Business Network. He can view the PO. He can send order confirmation from Business Network. Okay, this is for suppliers login. This is for buyers login. There are two systems actually. Okay, this is, I mean, whatever buyer activities, that those are carried out in Ariba Spend Management. The supplier activities are carried out in Ariba Network. Now it is called as Business Network. Okay. So, when we send a PO, supplier will log into Business Network. When they register, they will create their username and password. Okay. The same details, when we send a PO to him, they will receive a notification. You have received a purchase order from so-and-so company. So they will click on the link to view the purchase order. and they will have option to do order confirmation. They will acknowledge. Order confirmation is nothing but they will acknowledge the PO, and the acknowledgement the buyer will receive back, and he start doing his goods receipt service sheet. In case of service POs, he will do a service sheet. In case of goods PO, a material PO, he will do a goods receipt. Once the goods receipt or service sheet is done, in some cases service sheet is done by buyers, and in some cases suppliers will do service sheet from business network. Both are possible. And after this activity is done, they will create an invoice. Supplier will create an invoice, and that will come to Ariba Spend Management. In Ariba Spend Management, buyer will do a IR activity, invoice reconciliation activity. Okay, when the invoice is reconciled and it is scheduled for payment, and supplier will be paid. Okay, so this is the whole process.
So one thing, so this is where Ariba network, where the supplier also can upload the invoices, correct?
Yes, correct. Supplier can also upload the invoices. If some suppliers say we are not moved to electronic, invoicing, so we will send you a paper invoice. In that case, buyer has to do invoice in Ariba Spend Management on behalf of supplier.
One question here. So this two are basically two different systems, or for the same system, two different login?
No. Two different systems.
So let's assume I am posting a PO. So it will be in our spend management system through interface. It will move to the network system, and then supplier will receive it.
Yes. Supplier
Like
has to
that.
log into his portal.
Yes.
Our portal is called as Ariba Spend Management. Supplier portal is called as Business Network.
Okay. So we can have a setup like this. Ariba setup spend management is totally accessible only to the internal people, and this one will be, this system will be exposed to the outer world, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So this is the difference. Okay. Now what happens is, coming to the different modules we have in Ariba. Okay, we have SLP module, which is called as Supplier Lifecycle and Performance. Okay, let's say Supplier Management module. I will say what is Supplier Lifecycle and other things in the.
Just one thing, there is one VTP also, that is also the Ariba network, or that is something different, business network?
No, it is BTP.
Yeah.
It is BTP is especially used for, CPI?
No, actually, I just have some kind of just working with this BTP team. That's why, because they are developing one page that was externally available to the suppliers, actually.
Okay. So BTP or CPI, okay, they are actually used for integration. Okay, when we are integrating two systems, okay, BTP or CPI. Within Ariba, there is integration tool called CIG, Cloud Integration Gateway. I will come to that, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Just one thing came in my mind, so I just threw it up. No problem.
Okay. So when talking to Ariba, okay, this is Ariba. Okay, Ariba has two types of features like downstream modules. Sorry, first upstream modules. Okay. Yeah.
Are you sharing anything?
Oh,
Yes. We can see the screen. Are you not able to see the screen?
Oh, no, that's why.
Maybe you, I don't know, maybe leave and
I
join
can also
something like
see.
that, because we are able to see.
Okay, fine. I will try to reconnect again. Otherwise.
So there are in Ariba there is upstream modules which is called there is a supplier management module, sourcing, okay, and contract. Okay. Under downstream module we have P2P. Under downstream we have P2P. Okay. So to give you a brief introduction about all these modules. Okay, supplier management is mainly used for supplier onboarding purposes. Okay, if you want to do a business with supplier, first you have to onboard a supplier. Okay, for onboarding activities, this supplier management is used. Okay, in this supplier management, okay, there will be a procurement guy. Okay, he understands I want to onboard a supplier. Okay, then he will create a supplier request, internal form. Okay, in this internal supplier request, what he will give is supplier name and some basic supplier details, and that will go for an approval. Once the supplier request is approved, then they will send a supplier registration link to the supplier. Okay, this supplier registration link, supplier will receive to their email ID, and they click on the link and register themselves to get into Ariba. When during this supplier registration, okay, they will create their username and password for in future activities. For future, they have to respond for any sourcing activities, contract or P2P activities. They will create their own username and password. Okay, once supplier is registered, okay, this supplier management has different activities. Supplier request followed by supplier registration, supplier qualification. Okay, and followed by, we can make the supplier preferred. I mean, there is a module called guided buying, okay? We can make this supplier as a preferred supplier, wherein there are levels for the supplier, like platinum supplier, gold supplier. That may be because they have some strategic relationship with the supplier, okay? Whenever they are buying that item, they want to see that supplier in the first place. Like we see 4-star, 5-star rating in Amazon and Flipkart, no? Likewise, each supplier will have a grade in case of preferred supplier. When we maintain that preferred supplier, when we are searching for an item in Ariba, those suppliers are recommended in the first place. Okay, for that purpose, this preferred supplier is used. Okay, we also have supplier performance management, like we have our appraisal for employees. For suppliers also, we have supplier performance. Their supplier performance is measured based on how their deliverables in on-time delivery, how the quality on these supplier performance is measured. Now the extensive supplier performance is measured based on their, I mean, they are involving, I mean, diversification and environmental social responsibilities. Based on that also supplier performance is measured. Okay. Not only this, and we also have a supplier risk. They have introduced a supplier risk also under supplier management. Okay, supplier risk, what happens? They have tied up with some news agencies or rating agencies like Duns and Bradstreet and Avocado. Okay, you will keep receiving alerts, okay, from those third-party tools. Okay, stating, for example, there is a upcoming pandemic outbreak in China. Okay, so for next 3 years, we will not onboard any Chinese supplier. I mean, when you are onboarding any Chinese supplier, you will measure the risk. Okay, if it is very high risk, you will not onboard him. If it is a medium or low risk, consider and onboarding. Okay. So one example I gave about the chain, there might be wars in some places. Okay, you receive alerts, or some supplier is involved in some money laundering. Okay, you will receive alerts. Okay, there is a bankruptcy from the supplier, you will receive some alerts. Okay, so the supplier risk has
So this
different.
alert we will receive directly from Ariba, or like from the news we need to see,
No,
and
no.
then we need.
When we tie up from these third parties, in Ariba we receive these alerts. Okay, when we buy a supplier risk, we especially, this is a separate product. Okay, we say Ariba that we want Ariba risk module. Okay, and our supplier risk module is enabled on our system. When supplier risk module is enabled on our system, it is tied up with some third parties. Okay, there is
Okay.
when we go to the supplier risk dashboard, there is a place where you can see all the alerts.
Okay. So it's third party is linked to third party, and third party
Yeah.
is doing the research, and they are pushing the alert based upon their research.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, when upstream is considered, okay, these are the different modules under supplier management. Okay.
So this all are separate modules, like for onboarding, for performance review, for risk purpose. This all are separate.
I'll tell you. So see, there are two things. Okay, there is SIPM. Okay, there is what supplier management as a portfolio. What they provide is they will provide SIPM, they will provide SLP, and they will provide supplier risk. Okay, when we talk about SIPM, okay, this is only about supplier information and performance management. Okay, and this will have only supplier request, supplier registration. This talks about only organization, supplier organization, and its users. That's it. Okay. And there is SLP. SLP is called as a 360-degree view of a supplier. Okay. When you buy some SLP module, it will give you a 360-degree view of a supplier. Okay. From the supplier request, registration, qualification, preferred supplier, performance. Okay. So it will give a 360-degree view, and you can see all in one place in SLP. Okay. When you buy SLP, here organizations, users, and performance can be carried out. In SLP, all these except supplier risk are carried out. Okay. You can also have modular questionnaires. I will talk about modular questionnaires. SLP will have an extended architecture. Okay. This SIPM is the old architecture and SLP is the new architecture. Okay. SLP will have all these modules. It starts from supplier request, registration, qualification, preferred supplier, performance, and supplier risk is a separate module. Okay. When you want to buy, you can buy these two, SLP and supplier risk together, or SIPM and supplier risk together, SAPM alone or SLP alone. However, the customer needs, they can buy it.
But
So as of
SLP
now,
will
what
not
is the
have onboarding
percentage?
activities. Like SLP will not have onboarding.
Yeah, onboarding it will have. I mean, see, it will in SAPM you will have only these two.
Okay.
These two and performance. Okay. In SLP, end to end you will have all this
Okay.
performance, preferred supplier, all these things you have.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
So only supplier risk itself is a separate one, right?
Separate module. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if the customer is buying SIPM, they can buy supplier risk, but they can't buy these two together. This is classic architecture and new architecture. They can buy these SLP and supplier risk together, or SIPM and supplier risk together. This is called as supplier management portfolio. Under this portfolio, you have all these modules like SIPM, SLP, or supplier risk. I mean, as per their necessity, I mean, when you go as a consultant, they will say, I mean, what is their requirement? Accordingly, you can recommend them what they want to buy. I think the consultant will not have it. Pre-sales team will have all these things. They will only decide and provide them which modules they want, whether SIPM they want to go or SLP or supplier. Okay, now the supplier is onboarded into the system. Okay, now supplier is onboarded into the system. You want to gauge his performance. I mean, sorry, you want to understand, I mean, what he can provide us. Okay. For that, you can create events in Ariba. Okay. Those events are called as RFI, RFP, your options. Okay. So once supplier is onboarded, you can create a request for information, request for proposal, options. RFI is nothing but information. In information, for example, you can only ask supplier questions. Okay. Only questions you can ask in RFI. For example, now the new terminology is artificial intelligence. Okay. In one of the cases, your company want to buy an artificial intelligence to automate something. Okay. You have the requirement, but you don't know which supplier will provide that information. So you will send out this RFI requirement with requirement and question this RFI to all the suppliers who are dealing with artificial intelligence. Say for 100 suppliers, you will send this RFI. Okay. Within that 100, once you receive responses from them, you roll out a questionnaire in RFI. In the request for information, you will ask, okay, this is our requirement. We are looking some artificial intelligence. I mean, so they will respond. Suppliers will respond. In that, you will shortlist some 10 people. Okay. And then you roll out an RFP to them. Okay. RFP is nothing but a request for proposal. Request for proposal can be, I mean, it is a techno-commercial. Okay, you can ask technical details, further technical details, and up commercials also in RFP. Auctions are mostly commercial. Here, no technical things will be there. Okay, in RFP, for example, from 100, you shortlist it to 10 in RFP. Okay, in RFP, you shortlist some 3 people, and see, basically, for any procurement day, what is target? For sales, it is the revenue target. For procurement, what is the target? Savings is the target. So until he reaches the percentage of savings, he will do some rounds of RFPs, some rounds of auctions with the supplier. For a certain, I mean, at the end of the day, he will receive some 20% savings from 2 suppliers, and he will find 25% savings from one of the supplier. He will award the business to that supplier. Okay, understood? Any questions?
This auctions, whether it supports forward and backward auctions, both kind of, or only single?
No. Forward also we can do. Reverse auctions, you know, right? Difference between reverse and forward auctions. Forward auctions is for sales and reverse auctions is for purchasing.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, it supports both. Okay. We will see that. Okay. So see, now you have awarded the business between one supplier or 3 suppliers. If you are awarding it to one supplier, all 100% business you are giving it to him. If you are awarding it to 3 suppliers, see, why you award a supplier business to 3 suppliers or 2 suppliers? Availability of the product. Sometimes it is better to award it to 2 suppliers finally, because if the product or service is not available with one supplier, you can reach out to other supplier. In that cases, they will award the business to 2 suppliers, or more than one supplier. I mean, okay. And then finally, sourcing is done. You have awarded the business to one supplier. Now you have to make a contract with him, isn't it? That contract you can do it in contract module. Okay, it is called as contract management. module. Okay, contract management has two things. Okay, one is contract authoring and contract compliance. Okay, what is contract authoring? Contract authoring is like now you have awarded a business to one supplier. Now you have to discuss on the sections and clauses in the agreement. Okay, it can be a master agreement or a sub agreement or a scheduled agreement. You have to discuss on this whole sections and clauses. Okay, both the legal teams from the buyer side and suppliers has to agree on the terms and conditions, and both the parties has to sign the contract. Okay, this activity, drafting the contract, okay, negotiating on the legal teams negotiating on these sections and clauses, and until signing the contract is called as contract authoring process. Okay, then what is contract compliance is? Contract compliance is the only module. It is linked to your downstream P2P. After here, the contract is signed. Okay. In contract compliance, you define maybe the contract is based on supplier level contract, item level contract. Okay. There can be a supplier level contract or item level contract, for example. In these two, if it is a supplier level contract, okay, you have to link when you are buying any item from this supplier. Okay, you will receive some discount. Okay, I mean the maximum limit for this contract is this much. Okay, and the third criteria will be if you buy 100 items, this is the discount. Okay, and the fourth criteria can be every time you create a PO, minimum PO value should be this much. All these things you define in contract compliance. Okay, when you define all those in contract compliance, when you are creating a PR in the downstream module, okay, in the downstream module with this supplier, that contract terms and condition will apply. Okay, when you're creating a PR and you link that supplier contract in the PR, those terms and conditions will apply. Automatically, you will see a discount applied on the PR. Okay. Similarly, if it is item level contract, when you are using that item in the PR and you will link the contract in the PR line item, that contract terms and condition will apply. Okay, it will say, I mean, you are linking the contract, and in the contract compliance, it says minimum order value is 25,000. You are trying to create a PR with 10,000 or something. I mean, it will say, I mean, it will throw an error. Okay. This is
There is one more thing. With the RFI, RFP, we have RFQ also, right? So that is also covered in sourcing, correct, at that time?
no. RFQ, see, this in Ariba, RFP and RFQ are interchangeably used. Okay, it is request for quote. I mean, it can be a proposal, or you can only ask commercials. You can also ask both technical and commercials. There is no separate RFQ in sourcing. RFP itself is used as RFQ. But in when you are asking for a quote, you will not include all these technical things. Okay, only commercial you will ask.
Yeah, correct. Because the requester just create a PR, so we just need to get the quotations right from the suppliers, and accordingly we can choose to issue a PO. That's why I was asking, because RFP we are just asking for many things, then I couldn't find RFQ.
No. In RFP also you can use it only for commercials. Okay. So for linking this contract to the downstream, you will use contract compliance. Contract authoring is about drafting and signing the contract, negotiation on sections and clauses. Okay, all these things. Okay. In the downstream, okay, what happens is, these are all upstream modules. Okay, we discussed. Okay. In the downstream,
just one thing. This contract authoring, when you say it is created specifically for a vendor and for product or service, or general contracts can also be created and we can keep it in some repository which can be used by various other buyers also.
Yes. You can have general repository also within the contract. Let me log in and show you.
Yeah, that is fine. I was just thinking to ask.
Yeah, there is a contract for sales. There is a contract workspace. Okay, when you are creating a contract authoring, you will create a workspace. Okay, workspace is nothing but where you can load all the contract documents for repository. Okay, all the related documents, not only the signed documents, any other contract documents related to that business, you can load. I mean, keep it as a repository.
Okay.
So these are all upstream modules: supplier management, SLP, sourcing, and contract. Okay. Then we have P2P, the downstream module. So once the contract is made, we have to start doing transactions with the suppliers, right? There is when the buyer will start. Okay, there will be two people. and coming to P2P, one is preparer, one is requester. Okay. The preparer is actually who is preparing the PR, okay, the purchase requisition. Requester will be his supervisor. In some cases, requester and preparer will be same. Okay, for example, in some cases, what happens? One or two POs. I mean, if Atul has to create only one or two POs, one PO or two PO in a day, he will create. He will become a preparer. He will create himself, and he'll become a requester also. In some cases, I mean, Atul has to create 10 PRs or 20 PRs in a day. I mean, he will have a subordinate. Okay, he can make him preparer, and he can become requester. Okay, preparer is who is actually preparing the PR. Requester is like his supervisor, or on behalf of whom the preparer is preparing, he can become the requester. These two people will prepare a PR. Okay, and this PR will go for designed approval flow. Okay, based on the values. Okay, once it is fully approved. Okay, unlike in S4 or ECC. Okay, you need not have to create a PO. How is it in Oracle? Like you create a PR also, you create PO also.
Yes.
Okay, but in Ariba, when PR is fully approved, PO generates automatically.
Yeah, so we have both the options. If we want to generate the PO automatically, then we can also get it generated. Otherwise, we have to create manually to select like what all lines. Maybe there are, let's say, 5 lines in the PR. So for 3 lines, we can create one PO. For the other 2 lines, we can create other PO.
So PO generates automatically. After the PO is generated, this PO will go to supplier. Okay, supplier will create order confirmation. Okay, once order confirmation is done, the goods receipt or service entry sheet will be created. Invoice either by the buyer or supplier will create an invoice, and invoice reconciliation, payment. Okay, this is about P2P model. Here, when you come to P2P, there are two things. One is non-catalog items and catalog items. Okay, non-catalog items are nothing but which are not part of any catalog. Okay, you are creating a PR with a free text. Okay, in the description you put, I want this, you enter manually what you need. Okay, catalog items are like, these are predefined. What you see in Amazon or Flipkart, the tiles, those are called catalogs. Okay, you have to click on each catalog, and the price you already see, you have to click on this add to cart checkout. Okay, those are called catalogs. Okay, those catalog items, we can upload it into Ariba, and supplier from their side also they can upload, and we can also upload these catalogs into Ariba. Whoever is buying the catalogs, whoever want to create a PR, they will first go to this catalog page. They will select the item, checkout, okay, add to cart and checkout, and submit the PR. Okay, if whatever they want to procure, the requirement is not within the catalog, they will go for non-catalog item, free text. Okay, so this is about catalogs and non-catalog items. Now I will give you a small brief introduction about integration. Okay. When we talk about integration, now your one customer is using S4HANA. Okay. One customer is using S4HANA or is okay. They say Ariba has so many modules. I mean, they are already using. Before telling introduction, I want to tell one more thing. You know what is difference between indirect procurement and direct procurement? Any idea what is difference between indirect procurement and direct procurement?
Direct is basically from that what we called that whoever is manufacturing the parts, or they're the direct, or maybe indirect, maybe some.
So you are purchasing something, okay, which is directly, you are involving that in, you are making some expense. Okay, you are purchasing raw materials or something which is directly involved in production of a product or a service. That is direct procurement. Okay, and in other cases, indirect procurement is now product is already produced. Now for the other things like marketing, okay, for IT team, for branding, packaging, and for salary of your office staff outside. I mean, for direct procurement, you pay wages. Outside the production house, you will pay salaries. For the IT team, clerical jobs, okay, the office chair, laptops, all this comes under indirect procurement. Okay, so Ariba mainly deals with indirect procurement, not direct procurement. Okay, S4HANA ECC mainly deals with direct procurement. Okay, now keep this in mind.
What is the full form of ECC? Actually, I was just thinking to ask you.
ECC, as far as I know, it is S4HANA is the latest version of our SAP Material Management. ECC is the old version. I will recheck and come back to you.
Okay, no problem.
It is an older version. Now ECC 6.0 is the version. Okay, I mean old SAP MM version. Okay, I mean when I say S4HANA or ECC 6.0, I'm talking about this MM. Okay, S4HANA MM or ECC MM. Okay, material management. Material management is only related to our Ariba. Okay, sales or FICO or other modules are not related to Ariba. Okay, whatever activities we are doing in MM also we are doing all these P2P activities. There is a minimal of contract and what you call the RFQ module. Mostly the P2P module is there in material management. Okay, some part of SRM module. Okay, SRM and MM is, if you combine MM and SRM, that is Ariba in cloud. Okay. Now, for example, when I'm coming here, okay, here they are saying, okay, they in here in ECC or MM, they will do direct and procurement. I mean, direct procurement and indirect procurement most of the times. Okay, when coming here, I mean, some pre-sales person is going to sell.
Just one question here, like why can't direct procurement be done in Ariba? Like conceptually, I'm trying to understand like why direct procurement is not there in Ariba.
Okay, good question. Because there is something called inventory management in SAP MM. Inventory management is not done in Ariba. Okay, stock valuation, inventory, all those things are not done in Ariba. Okay, subcontracting, consignment activities. Okay, the special procurement they use, right? I mean, those are all things not done in Ariba. Only the plain, I mean, PR, catalogs, non-catalogs. Okay, now, okay, supplier is using SAP HANA ECC MM, okay, or SRM. Okay, these modules he is using. Okay, now from Ariba, somebody is going to sell Ariba, and the customer says, no, I'm happy with S4HANA, but I like the catalogs and sourcing module. Actually, the niche modules in Ariba are catalogs and the sourcing. Sourcing RFI, SLP also, the supplier management activity. So what they say, so I will buy only SLP, okay, your sourcing, and the contract modules. And later P2P, I will integrate the contract with SAP MMPR, and I will carry out other functions. I mean the P2P functions in MM itself. In this case, integration is required. Okay, and this is one. And they say we don't want any upstream. Okay, but we want catalogs to be used. Okay, we want PR and PO to be created in Ariba. Okay, PR and PO in Ariba. After that, I mean, the goods receipts, service sheets, invoice, and payment, we will do it in MM. Okay. During this case also, you need integration. Why you need integration? Once the PO is generated in Ariba, okay, the PO has to be transmitted to MM. Between this, you have to link both the systems. Okay. To link these two systems, you can use CIG as a middleware. I mean, this is the inbuilt integration product given by Ariba. This is a direct connectivity. If you are doing integration with CIG, this is a direct connectivity. Other tools are like your BTP, CPI. If you want a mediated connectivity, you can use BTP, or I mean, there is a CPI. Okay, for integration, you can use them. And in other case, okay, see, can I use Ariba for direct procurement? Yes, you can use Ariba for direct procurement also. In this case, they will not buy any modules in the upstream. Okay, they will not buy any modules in the upstream. They will not buy this downstream module also. In that case, they want only this supplier side of business network. Okay. They will not, I mean, supplier will say, I will raise the PR from SAP MM. Okay. I will raise the PR from SAP MM. That has to go to business network, supplier business network. When from supplier business network, supplier response and order confirmation, that should come to MM. Okay. They are not buying buyer side of Ariba. They are only taking advantage of supplier side of Ariba. Okay.
Hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features? Bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
This is called as commerce automation. Okay. In this fashion, okay, they can create their direct materials in and once the PO is created, the PO can be sent to supplier. I mean, they can utilize that Ariba business network to send order confirmation, invoices, and all other things. Okay, this is called as the commerce automation or DSN, digital supplier network. Okay, within this SAP okay, when they are using special procurement, okay, procurement and sending it to business network, okay, the special procurement is nothing but is consignment activities, subcontracting, okay, third party buying, all those things. This is called as supply chain collaboration. This module is called as supply chain collaboration. Understood these two topics?
In this SAP, I can directly use the catalog from the vendor?
No. No, here catalogs are not used. You can create in you can create a PO. That PO can be sent to business network, supplier business network. You are linking and business network. This is
Means you meant to say older system, through older system directly we can use only network and we can send it to the supplier. No need of any Ariba modules, nothing is utilized.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, this is
Question here. So let's assume in my business scenario, I am using, let's assume PRPO with module, but I want something like I want to do supplier registration, onboarding, supplier performance, all those things, supplier is I want to manage through Ariba and then integrate it with also that, how that can be done.
Yeah. See, I mean, you buy only SLP, that is for supplier lifecycle and performance. You integrate it with your business partner. You call it as business partner in ECC, right? ECC or S4HANA. Supplier is registered. I mean, this will integrate to your ECC and create a business partner profile. In ECC, the supplier is called as business partner. Sorry, in S4HANA, the supplier is called as the business partner. You can integrate that. After that, you can carry out the usual process, whatever you do in
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So these are also two different modules. You can hear, further when you are going, what is commerce automation, what is DSN, supply chain collaboration, all those things. Okay, this is a brief explanation of that. This is not part of our topics, but I am giving you some explanation in the introduction. Okay.
Can you go up? There was some, So I think as of now in our company, I think we are using this one SLP sourcing contract, one CIGPR that we have written. No? So we have.
Okay. Here, this one?
Sourcing, we have. No, just come down. You have written, right? Just come down.
Okay. This one, okay.
Yeah. So this, So I think as of now, I think this model, I think we are using here.
Okay. For PR and all, you are using only.
Yes.
Upstream, you are using Ariba. Downstream, you are using
Correct.
They have given you URL on all these things, right? Zaren credentials. Okay. There is a strategic sourcing. Okay. There is for Ariba buying and invoicing separate link is there, and for guided buying there is a different link. We'll discuss what is guided buying in future classes. Okay. So for all upstream, you can use this link. Okay. Sourcing for SLP and contracts, you can use this link. And for the P2P, you can use this link. And moreover, if you use one link, you can switch from upstream to downstream within the portal. Yes. Okay. See, for example, so this is the page. This is the page you will see when you log into Ariba. Okay. And this is the home dashboard. Whoever is the client you are working, his logo will be here. Okay. And if the if the customer has bought sourcing, contract, supplier management, he will, whatever he bought, whatever he subscribed to, he will see only those modules. Okay. This is all upstream. When you want to switch to downstream, right? Okay. This is called parent and child. Okay. Upstream, all upstream modules will be in the parent site, and the downstream you will see in the child site. Okay. If you go to this globe icon, okay, and if you click on this, okay, you will come to procurement, contracts, catalog, all this part. Okay. If you go back to your parent site, okay, you will see all upstream activities, sourcing, contracts, supplier management.
I opened that, this one, the other one, I think I opened that.
Okay. So see, we are in upstream now. So whatever the supplier, the customer has bought, they will see that. And there are two types of systems. One is test site and one is production site. Now we are working on the test site. In real time, you will be, when you are implementing, first you will implement everything in the test site and then replicate the same thing to production site. Okay. And yes, so this is the home dashboard. whatever you have viewed recently, the last 10 items you will see here. Okay. And this is the search option. Okay. You can search the contract request. Okay. Sourcing project. Okay. For example, you want to search for a sourcing project, you can view their ID. Or if you click on this sourcing project here, okay, here you can add, you can refine your search, okay, based on what you want to search the supplier. This sourcing project, whether by ID or by creation date or by title, you can keep adding this, and by commodity you want to search. For example, for this commodity, you want to search all the sourcing project. You can click on search and you will find it. Okay. For all this commodity, these are the sourcing projects created. Okay. And you can clear this. Okay. You can search, what are the, sourcing projects created today. Okay. There are 4 sourcing projects created. Okay. With their title, who is the owner, commodity, the project ID. Okay. The sourcing project, WS, workspace for sourcing, and it's followed by the numericals. This is the ID for sourcing project. Similarly, for a contract workspace, it will be CW followed by numericals. Okay. If it is an event, okay, the event ID like RFI, RFP, it will start with a doc. DOC, document number, document followed by DOC followed by, for example, I'll show you here. So you are not seeing event in this place. No events are created. You can go to this binocular also and you will find event here. Okay. And all event IDs, you will see DOC followed by numericals. Okay. Whether it is a supplier survey document or RFI, RFP, auction. Okay. It is a qualification survey document. All these documents prefixed with the DOC followed by numericals. Okay. Sourcing project WS, contract workspace with the CW. And if it is a sourcing request, SR followed by numbers. And if it is a PR followed by number, if it is a PO, as they follow, some people follow PO followed by numbers, or they want the same style what there it is in S4HANA, like without any PO prefix. They will have this 10-digit PO number. Okay. These are the different IDs. Okay. You can search from here, this binocular, or you can search the documents from this search option also. If you are not finding anything, you can click on this more and you will find all options here. Under sourcing, these all you can search. For reports, under reports, you can search analytical report, compound report. Under procurement, you can search for a quick data, supplier data. A common data is like there will be a documents for lessons learned, links to invoice, purchase order, all those things, scorecard, SM process project, modular questionnaire, you can search here. Okay, not applicable. Depends. It will depend on each module. Okay. Similarly, the documents what you have created, you will see here. Okay, and each of this tab is called a dashboard. Okay, you are in home dashboard now. Now you are going to sourcing dashboard. When you go to sourcing dashboard, you will see information relevant to sourcing only. How many, these are the RFIs, RFPs, auctions, surveys, forward auctions. How many in draft, review, open, pending selection, and completed. Okay. If something you have to do, it is in your to-do list, it will come here, to-do list. You have to approve something, or you have to, it is in your to-do list, you want to mark it completed. Okay, something in progress. Okay, something in progress, you have to take action, right? Okay, which are open, this is open and this is in progress. You will open them and you will take action. Okay, all these my documents you will see, right? These are all the documents you created. And this is about discovery posting. I will explain you about this. Okay. Before we start, when we start sourcing, I will explain you about what is SAP Business Network discovery posting. Okay. And here in manage, all the administration activities we do in manage. Okay. So we can go to administration, upstream all in administration, all downstream in core administration. Okay. All supplier management related admin activities, SM admin. Okay. There are other things. If you have to configure templates for what are templates, I will explain. So templates you have to configure for all these upstream modules. For example, for SLP, there is a template. For sourcing, there is a template. For contract, there is a template. To configure all those templates, you have to go to templates. Whatever you are seeing the front end, SLP, we are working, right? SLP or sourcing in the front end, that end user can do. But to configure those templates in the back end, we have to, the consultant has to go to this Under manage, they have to go to these templates and configure those templates. Okay, however the requirement is. Okay, this is all administration activities you do in manage. And in the recents, you will see all the latest 10 activities you have done. You can see it from here or from here, under recently view. Okay, and then under create, you can create whatever you want. I mean, you can create a sourcing project, sourcing request, supplier performance project. Okay, engagement request. This engagement request is for supplier risk. Okay.
Can we have any custom menu items added, or these are the fixed?
No, these are fixed. No custom menu items. We can have custom fields, but custom, no. This is fixed. Okay, and see, whatever you are seeing, okay, whatever you are seeing here, this is based on your what customer bought. Okay, if the customer has bought supplier management and all those things, as an individual, okay, as an individual in a company, when you join a company, you have to work on Ariba. I mean, there will be a user management team who will give you access to Ariba. Okay, in that case, if they are giving you only access to sourcing, okay, you will only see sourcing dashboard. I mean, sourcing tab. You will not see all those things. Okay, this visibility, what you are seeing for different dashboards, sourcing contracts, and whatever you are seeing under manage and create, this is all depend upon what customer bought. First thing, as an individual, what access you got from your admin. Okay, but we are, I mean, when we are consultants, we are going for some implementation. We will get some customer administration role. We will see all the items because we have to work on all the modules, right? So we will see everything. I mean, if that role is given, customer administrator role is given, we see all the items in the when you log in. But you are some user who you are taking care, you are taking consultation only for sourcing. Okay, supplier management, somebody else is working. Okay, for use for sourcing, they will give you only sourcing manager, okay, sourcing agent, only those roles. Here only you can see, if you go to create, they can only see sourcing project and sourcing request. All other things they will not see. Okay, those access, how we can give is, okay, we can go to manage core administration. Under user manager, there is a user. Okay, so all the users who are currently available here, you can list them all here. Okay, these are the users available in the system. Okay, and you can see what is their last login, what is their business email ID, and if they are locked for some reason, you will see this symbol locked. Okay, and if they are locked, you will see in actions unlock. Okay, for example,
one more thing just to interrupt you. So all these users, they are specifically to the Ariba, or these all users are coming from the S4HANA?
No. These are specific to Ariba. When you are asking access to Ariba, I mean, your user management team will give you access, okay? That user manager will go to manage core admin, okay? Manage core administration, and he will go to these users, okay? Under users, okay, what I showed you here is list all. I mean, it will show all the current users who are there, okay? If you want to see, I mean, these are all active. See, this radio button is selected for yes, active. If you say no, I mean, you will see only inactive suppliers. I mean, inactive users. Okay. If
No,
you say
my question is like, if let's say you are saying now this is automatically or inbuilt integrated with the S4HANA, correct?
no.
So
No. This is user management, not suppliers. I think you are confused with suppliers and users. We are internal users.
no, but let's say the
Hmm.
user has been created, let's say in the success factor, and it's come to the S4HANA, right? As of now, if we talk
That
about the SAP thing, correct?
no, not especially. See, I mean, see, there can be a third-party tool like Success Factor user has been created, and you can integrate with API. That thing, I mean, their internal APIs. Okay, the Ariba also has API for user management. Using API, whenever there is a supplier created in SuccessFactors, you can integrate that. Okay,
Yeah.
so this I am showing you as a standalone.
Yeah,
Ariba as a
that's what.
standalone.
Yeah, okay. So no,
Okay.
my question is like, if let's say the user manager team, whatever it is,
Mhm.
so he has to come, if let's say if our integration is also there, so every time if they want to give the access, they have to come this Ariba, or they have some separate where they can see all the accesses to be given to the users where, and those things are also integrated with Ariba.
In our company, what is happening is we are using API. I mean, there is a separate third-party tool. SuccessFactor, they will log in. Okay, whenever the user wants any access to Ariba, he will request in some portal. Okay, that is a third-party portal, in-house portal. They will request, I want this role, sourcing manager role.
Okay.
Okay, they will integrate this user. I mean, he has to provide his email ID and user ID there. That will come and sit in these places. Okay, I will show you. Okay, now see, these are all the existing suppliers. Now you want to create a new supplier and new user. Okay, new user you can create here. You can see manually when you are creating a user, you have to give the user ID, username, their business email address. Okay, who is the supervisor, and these are all populated based on, I mean, what system currency and system local and system time zone. Okay, these information you have to give for each user, and you have to go to groups here. And for example, Atul is working on some sourcing thing. I mean, if you search for sourcing, you will have so many roles for sourcing. He's a sourcing approver, you give him a sourcing approver role. If he's a sourcing agent, you give him a sourcing agent role. He's new joinee, he give him junior sourcing agent role. Okay.
So
You
these
can-
roles are standard or this?
Yeah, no, these are standard.
They are standard roles.
Yeah. Okay, these are standard roles. Okay. You can give this role and save it. Okay. This person will have visibility only to sourcing this thing. Okay. What happens is, I mean, I was talking about my organization. They will give these details. Okay. And they say, I want the junior sourcing agent role. Both will come and integrate in the user profile here. Okay, we will not create that. Okay, there is other place. Okay, there is other way we can see. If we have to, there are 100 people joined. Okay, there is something called the CSV file. Like there is .xls. Okay, all the master data in Ariba, it is .csv format. The extension is .csv. Remember this. Okay, user data. When I click, okay, this is the consolidated user data. I will export this. So in some catalog cases, it is. I mean, the extension is XLS. All the master data in the under site manager, here this is site manager. Under site manager, what all master data we are uploading, that should be in a CSV format. Okay, see .csv. You see this file name, it ends with CSV. It looks like Excel, but the extension is comma separated value, CSV. Okay, here you see when you save this file. Okay, when I say save as, browse. Okay, see the save as type is comma separated value. Okay, here, I mean, any master data file you want to save, you have to save it with this CSV comma delimited. Okay, if you save this with Excel and you will upload, it will not work. Okay, why I come here to show you. See, this is the format of a user file. When there are hundreds of suppliers, you will enter all their details like this. Okay, I mean, this is not necessary because, I mean, last login and the last login date. What is necessary is their user ID, mandatory fields. Whatever we saw in red, right? All those mandatory fields you have to fill in here and come to import. Again, under user data, there is an import option. Okay, this load is selected. I will tell you what are the meaning of all these things. Load, create, update only, deactivate. Okay, you choose that file with the users you have created. Okay, and click on run. Okay, the new suppliers will be loaded into the system. Okay, along with that, I mean, the only users will be loaded. You can also load the groups as well. Okay, this user group mapping, user to group mapping data consolidated file. This file you can export and delete all the items and add only those users whom you want to import into the portal, and again use the same in the in the import. Under users, come to this place, click on import, select that file and load it. Why I came here, we will discuss about master data in the future also, but you can create a supplier manually, one thing, through integration with other third-party systems like SuccessFactors, or through these CSV files. Three options. Whatever you are providing here, okay, the user information, whatever roles you are giving, only based on what access they have, only those things they can see here in the dashboard. They cannot see all other things.
Can you click on this drop down type where I can see enterprise user?
Yeah. Okay. If it is a third party user, if he is not within from your company, you can provide this third party. See, some contractors will be joining. No, all contractors will be given third party enterprise user. Okay. Only enterprise user when you give, you can enable this something called SSO. You know SSO, single sign on. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can
SSO only.
Yeah. So we can enable single sign-on for Ariba also, okay, during implementation. That SSO for third party, it is not possible because when they log into their internal website, okay, they will log in there with the employee ID. The contractors will not have that ID, right? User ID. So for enterprise user, if you select, that is for internal permanent full-time users and for SSO creation also.
One thing you have shown, this enterprise user is for internal user, right?
Yes, yes.
And third party is for kind of contractors in our organization only.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, now suppose if I have to define any supplier user, then what kind of type we need to select for that?
No, supplier user we will not come. Supplier user will not come in user manager. Supplier user will come in supplier manager.
Will be here.
Okay. Yeah. Under suppliers. Okay. Supplier under supplier manager. Let me go here. Administration. Under suppliers, you see organizations and users. These users are, supplier contacts. These are different. So now we are talking only about user management, our internal users, not supplier users. Okay, so user, for our creation of our users, company user, we will go to user and create it manually, integration or through CSV files.
Okay. And another thing is you have shown us that sourcing agent, junior sourcing agent, different roles kind of, right?
Correct.
Is there any document which can tell us that what all access is given to which all roles?
Yes. See, if you just do this, okay, Ariba sourcing roles, Ariba sourcing, Ariba user management roles. Okay, user, in Google also you will find this. Okay, user roles, user groups, user roles. Okay, if you go to user groups here, for strategic sourcing and supplier management group discussions, this is only for strategic sourcing. When you click on this, okay, group descriptions table using the place strategic sourcing user management. Now, see, the function is contract management. The group name is contract administrator. Similarly, this is for supplier management. Okay, these many roles are there. Okay, you can keep checking. Okay, there is what action they can do. If you provide this group for contract management, they can create project contract workspaces. Okay. If you give contract agent, okay, this contract group can do all these things. They can view draft documents, edit knowledge projects. Okay, you can Google it. If you Google it, it will take you to the help portal. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Now, see, these are the different dashboards. Any questions so far? And this is about user management and all other things. And here is where you switch to parent and child. And this is the place where you receive the messages. And this is for notification. If you receive any notifications, you will see 1, 2 notifications like in our UPI PhonePe. And this is for help center. Okay, if you click on this help center, you can search for all the documents. Okay, you can ask for anything here. Okay, for example, Ariba event, when you are creating RFI, that event management guide, complete event management guide. If you want to learn something, document and learning, you can specify what you want to learn here. Okay, administration, okay, how you want to do common data input and other administrative activities. And when you are joining any project, right, you will be giving a portal called Learning Hub. Heard about it? You will get access for Learning Hub. When you get Learning Hub, there will be more tutorials. Okay, you will have tutorials only for this SAP Ariba procurement tutorials for buyer. Okay, Ariba SAP Business Network tutorial for supplier. Okay, here how supplier can these tutorials about. When they receive PO, how to view the PO, how to create an order confirmation, how to create a service sheet. Okay, all those things. And these are network tutorials for standard account, enterprise account. I will explain you these things. What is supplier standard account and enterprise account. Okay, this is about your help portal from here. And you can also see there are any major events coming that from Ariba that you can see here and contact us. Okay, this is the place. If you need help on how to use this project, click help. Again, it will take you to that place only. Okay, this is about all these tabs, and this tab is main. Okay, this is your profile tab. Like your Facebook also have this icon, right? you have logged in with this user. You can sign out from here. You can change your password. You can change your secret question. Okay, change your default locale. Okay, this is important. Okay, you can change what language you want, everything. I mean, the time zone and what currency you want all the transactions to be. Okay, and you can change it. Okay, you can change it. You can change it to others. Much more. You can change it to other regions. And here, see, this is for activate mobile is like when somebody is like, I mean, only an approver. Okay, he's only an approver. He can approve any document using his mobile phone. Okay, as a consultant, you have to ask him to activate this mobile app. Okay, when they install this Ariba mobile app, this will ask for an email link. Use an activation email link, and the passcode will go to them. And using that passcode, they can enable the mobile app, Ariba mobile app. When they activate the Ariba mobile device, they can approve or view any documents. Okay, somebody, a VP or a CEO on flight, they can approve to any document from mobile. Okay, and this, I mean, when somebody want to deactivate mobile device, I mean, they can do it. So this is about if we have set anything, all these things, that information you can download here. Okay, multi-factor authentication. When we are working on when we are logging in, it was asking multi-factor authentication, right? This is the place. Okay, you can enable multi-factor authentication from here, and you can change notifications. I mean, when you are a consultant, somebody, I mean, the user is asking you, keep getting messages, notifications to my email. So that is because you have enabled all these things. You have checked all these boxes. Okay. You are saying send me email notification when approval tasks are assigned to me. Approval tasks for internal modular questionnaires are assigned to me. You are saying a task I own is approved by any approver. Okay, you are checking all those things. That's why you are receiving so many notifications. If you don't want, you can uncheck them. You don't want to receive notifications. A task when you own is approved by any approver, uncheck this. Okay, there are many notifications. As and when the user is saying, I'm keep receiving notifications for this, check his notification preferences, what he has set here. Okay, this is about change desktop file synchronization. This is used during contract management. Okay, when you are negotiating on terms and conditions, both the contract can get redlined. Okay, when you enable this desktop file sync, whatever file is placed in your desktop with the sections and clauses, and in the supplier side, if there is the same document, he is canceling any item that will get redlined in your system. Okay, this is used during that phase when you are working on contract. If the supplier is canceling something, a section or clause, that will get redlined here. Okay. Also, there are something called change dashboard preferences. Okay. Change dashboard preferences is like I have shown there are so many dashboards, like show common confirmation page when deleting a dashboard page. Okay, what is confirmation page? I'll tell you. Now, see, this is the spanner. Okay, and if you go to this spanner, okay, there is option to add your own new tab. You can add your own new tab. For example, I will add Amit ERs or SRs. Okay, you will see your own dashboard. Okay, if you want to pull in any of the calendar, you can pull in here. Any announcements you want to make, okay, see, calendar will come here. Okay, I mean, the recent watched projects, okay, all these things, okay, and you can drag and drop these fields, I mean, wherever you want, okay, you want to move this to here, okay, you can move that, and you want to move watched projects after calendar, you can move it here, okay, that is the purpose, and you can have it, here, if you see, when you click on this, you can delete this item, or you can minimize this item, okay. Yeah, now I am coming to this one, change dashboard preferences. Okay. When I'm selecting this, the dashboard preferences, show confirmation page when deleting a dashboard. Okay. I have created a dashboard for Amit. Okay. When I delete that dashboard, it will ask, are you sure you want to delete this dashboard? If you check this box. If you don't check this box, it will not ask that confirmation. Okay. For example, I'll show you. Okay. I'll go here and delete this tab, it will ask this confirmation. Understood? And in this dashboard preferences, you will uncheck that and click on OK. And when you are clicking, you are deleting any dashboard, it will not ask you. It's gone. You create a new tab. Okay. Common actions. I'll move a calendar to your dashboard. Done. Okay. Now I'm going to this corner. I'm deleting this tab. Nothing it is asking. Okay. It is not asking the confirmation page. Okay. That is the purpose of this.
Let's say if I want to create a tab from the other tab, can I copy and change some menu items there, like in that tab? Let's say if I do I have any option to copy the new tab from the existing tab?
No. But any changes you want to make, you can make it in your own tab. This is all coming from, but you can move here and there. Okay, you can move this to here. Okay, you can move this whatever tabs available, or you can minimize them if you don't want, or delete the items. But you cannot copy to another. Your own tab. Okay, and this is about your preferences. And the last one is like, there is something called two themes only are available. One is light theme. This is light theme. One more is a dark theme, blue theme. Okay, two themes are available. Okay, this is hands-on. When you log into Ariba, you see all these things. Okay, different dashboards based on your access and the customer, what customer bought, and the create, manage recent activities, your dashboard items. For example, if you go to contracts, you see all the contract related documents. Okay, all those things. Okay. Now I hope you are familiar with system. Now we will start SLP. Okay, the module SLP module. Okay, SLP is nothing but supplier lifecycle and performance management. Okay, it starts with, okay, somebody will identify the procurement team. He says, I want to onboard this supplier. Okay, he raises a internal request form. There are two types of supplier request. Either internally procurement identifies a supplier to be onboarded, he will fill out a supplier request form. Second option, there is an external request form. Okay, when you are implementing supplier management, you can ask Ariba, I want to enable external supplier registration form, the registration request form. It is called as external supplier registration request form. This is self-service. Okay, here buyer is creating a supplier request on behalf of supplier. Here, when Ariba gives you that link, okay, external supplier request form link, you will place in your website. For example, your Infosys, okay, www.infosys.com, supplier will go there. Okay, in their contact list or carriers list, we will find the link to fill out this external supplier registration form, and that will come for approval. Okay, two things. One is internal supplier request form. Another one is external supplier request form. This one supplier can request from his end. Understood, right? Okay, once these forms are approved, okay.
Is there any invitation one also, like where you will send the invitation and?
No. This is the first step. Okay. The request form is the first step, and in the second step, when these are approved fully, then we will have an invite option. We can invite the supplier for registration. Okay. Once we invite the supplier for registration, invite link will go to the supplier. Okay, he will click on the link. Okay, he will answer all the questions, and he will submit it, and it will again come for approval. Once it is fully approved, the status of the supplier will be registered in the system. Okay, and once he registers, and we can qualify him, do a qualification for a commodity or region. Okay, and we can make him preferred supplier. All these activities we will see in the system now. Okay, now I'm going here. We are in upstream. There is option for create supplier request. Okay, I'm clicking on supplier request. This is the basic supplier request form. Okay, the procurement guy identifies a supplier to onboard. He will give this form. Okay, the what vendor name we can give companies, because I see there are 3 A's. Atul, Amit. Okay, AAA group of companies, and you say Bangalore, country, region, first name, net, phone, I'll give some random phone number, contact location and communication language, company okay, email ID, I will give this my email ID, ZaranTech email ID. Okay, so now we have to select what supplier can supply, which category he belongs to. Okay, there is a hierarchy here of the products, all commodities. Under IT, information technology and telecommunications. Again, you will have one more hierarchy. Again, software licenses. There is information exchange software.
This category is created within Ariba.
Our data. This is our database. I will show you where this database is coming from. When we talk about templates, it is in the front end now. When we talk about templates, I will show you this. Okay, in the front end, so now we are creating a supplier request. So we are collecting some category for the supplier and buyer region, which region he belongs to. We can type APAC, okay, India, and user department also, which department this user belong to. So he's going to use IT or some other, okay, and submit this request. Here you see, for example, the system will do a duplicate check. For example, you are using the same email ID again, or you are using the same supplier name again and again, same address. Okay, it will say already there is a supplier match with your Gmail contact email ID. You want to proceed or cancel this request. Okay, keep this in mind how we set this duplicate check. When we talk about templates, I will show you there. Okay, in Ariba, there is a functionality where you are using the same email ID or same supplier name, it will give us a duplicate check. Okay, so you can, I will say, ignore and submit the request because we have created so many suppliers with the same email ID for test purpose, and click on done. Okay, when after clicking on done, there is a supplier management tab. In this supplier management tab, here you see it's taking time. One page still not created. Why it is taking so much time?
Is there any background process that needs to be completed?
No. The home page, documents.
There was some additional information. Is there anything mandatory in that or no?
No, nothing.
I think maybe some background process, I think.
It will come in. Supplier with test projects. Okay. For some time, we will log out and log in again. It should create actually. No, I'm giving all this the same thing. Additional information, there is nothing. So we will see it in the template. So when we go to manage templates for sourcing requests, can someone log in and see? I mean, you got your credentials?
Okay, let us see.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Here, see, this is a template. Okay. I mean, since I have come here, I will show you template. So since I have come here to see the template, okay, the template will look like this. Okay, when we go to templates, okay, even a sourcing request project or a template will look with all these options. Okay, overview. Okay, what name we have given, description for this template, and there is a document section where we will have actually the request form. Okay, when I click on this form, okay, before that, when it is inactive, we cannot edit. Okay, we have to change it to draft status. For that, I'm going to actions and changing it to new version. It was not there additional information about somebody did something. Okay, now it has changed it to draft status. So now I can edit the document. Okay, I will edit the document. I will go to this content. Okay, and I'll remove all this additional information, whatever they have added, because it is not coming in the front end. So I'll remove them. Okay, I'll click on next and exit and return to project. So now it is in draft, right? The version you see 621. Whenever we are editing active version and change it to draft, again when we are making from actions, when we make it publish the template, okay, the version will change to 622. So 622 times this template has been modified. Again, the status is active after we publish. Now, if we go to the front end, let's see if this time will be successful. Okay, I will go to create supplier request. Okay, vendor name. But additional information again is in progress. Once it is completed, you can view the submitted request showing in process, but it is not completed yet. Approval for supplier registration, Jessica. Okay, we have done this TCS. Okay, I will show you. Okay, when it is approved, okay, the supplier is approved. The supplier request form is approved, and we click on this view supplier profile. Okay, that company profile will be displayed like this. Okay. He will have a summary. Once he is registered, he will have a status of registered. And
just a second, let me just share my screen.
Okay.
I was just trying to create one supplier. So I fill in the details, right? Okay. So, but now if I'm going on save, nothing is happening. So I'm not getting any message.
Submit. There is submit.
No, that is fine. But earlier, because the message comes so quickly, this time I just have a blink of that green message. Here I was not able to see. So I was thinking nothing is happening. Okay.
Okay. Submit it. Let's see what happens. Ignore and submit. Don't cancel.
There is something, this exclamation sign just behind the name. It's just for showing that there's magic, right?
Oh yeah.
It is in progress actually.
It is in progress. Yeah. So it is taking time, I think. You click on done and go to supplier management and see ABC management is there. Go to supplier management.
Supplier management.
Go to more tab. Yeah. There supplier management.
Yeah, for me it is showing.
Yeah. I think for me it is taking time. Okay, you click on view. Anyways, you have created this. Click on view. Now you click on approve. See, before you approve, I'll tell you. See, the person who is creating the sourcing request and approver will be different. Okay, a notification will go to him. When he click on that approval link, it will take him to here. Okay, he can approve, he can deny, or he can request additional information. Okay, when you click on reset request additional information.
Maybe some kind of question, so yes,
Yeah.
apply, right?
Yeah. So when he enter that, again, it will go back to supplier and the procurement agent. He has to give additional information and again resubmit it. Don't do it. Yeah. If you want to,
Okay, let me just do it. So I can just.
yeah, do it. Please check info regarding location. Yes. Confirm. Click on done. Now, if you see the status of this is pending resubmit. From pending approval, the status changed to pending resubmit. Again, view it. Click on view.
So for this one, I get that any notification from here, I can just search here from.
No, from home, go to home tab. Home. In home, you will receive in the open ABC management. On open, you see to-do list. Yeah, but I am not receiving. What happened to my system? I don't know. Okay, click on done. This is your supply request. It is saying click on done. Yeah, so go back to that.
I have to answer something, right?
Yeah. So you have asked some additional question. Scroll down. So when you ask for a question, the user will get a edit option. You see edit option before export, edit option. You can modify something and submit it again.
And he can put his comments also, right? Like when you're requesting for information, you had comments. So is there a comments thing also when you are providing that information?
I think he's resubmitting.
No. Comments are not required. Only go back to supplier management page.
But this notification, okay. But I submitted, right?
Yeah, you submitted now. Now again it will go for approval, right?
No. Why it is showing me open?
It will refresh. Now see here pending resubmission is there. Go for this supplier request. Go to supplier management. Yes, supplier management. Now you see it will be in approval.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean these test demo systems are very slow because so many people are using. Now approve it. You can say give some approve like that and confirm. Click on done. Now the status is approved. You view it. Click on view, not that. Click action, go to view. Yeah. Otherwise, you click here, view supplier profile. Now see, everything is green. It is fully approved.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
Now you will see a 360-degree profile, okay? Now only the supplier request is completed. In the summary tab, you see request status is not invited, preferred is not, on top. Request status, registration status is not invited, okay? Qualification status is not qualified, preferred is not preferred, okay? Nothing is done, okay? Now you go to the supplier request, below section, here.
Here it is?
Yeah, to the left-hand side.
What are these 4 IDs, by the way?
I'll tell you.
4 different IDs.
Yeah. Go back to summary. Yeah, see. The first ID, SM ID, as soon as the supplier is created in the supplier request is submitted, SM vendor ID is created. This is internal to Ariba, okay? And this ERP vendor ID, this is VDR followed by numericals. This is the ERP vendor ID, a dummy vendor ID until integration. Once this supplier is integrated with your ERP system, that is SAP MM system, from there some ERP ID will come and replace this VDR ID. Until it replaces, integrated and replaces, until then the VDR ID will be a dummy ID. Okay?
Okay.
And ACM ID, what is ACM ID? ACM ID is used for integrating the suppliers' purchasing information, remittance locations. See, there are two types of data. One is common data and partition data. This is very important to understand when supplier is concerned. There are two types of data, common data and partition data. Okay. The common data is nothing but whatever you have filled, the basic information about the supplier. Okay. It is not relevant to your purchasing activity. The common data, the name of the supplier, okay, whatever legal information or their HR information, their financial turnovers, all this is common data when supplier is getting registered. But if you have to link the supplier, okay, to your purchasing or company code, plant, all these things, supplier doesn't know, right? This information supplier doesn't know, right? Okay. In that case, when supplier integrates with the SAP ERP system, from ERP, all this information will flow back to Ariba. This purchase or which purchase or supplier is belongs to, which plant does he belong to, and the company code he belongs to. All this information comes from ERP system when it integrates. That is called partition data. For that partition data, ACM ID will act as a link. This ACM ID will go and sit in the identification. Anyone worked on business partner in SAP MM, okay? There is a identification tab in SAP MM. There this ACM ID will go and sit. See, there are two. When something is integrated, this supplier is going to SAP Ariba. From there will be a response coming back from ERP system to Ariba. When the response is coming back, this ACM ID will act as a link to send the purchasing and company code data information to Ariba. For that, this is okay. So these are the
these IDs can be controlled, or this numbering and this naming convention can be controlled by us?
No. ACM remains ACM, and this SM vendor ID, SM vendor ID. Once the supplier is fully registered and he got Ariba network ID, the Ariba network ID will also come here. This business network ID.
No, so I'm just asking, suppose let's say ERP ID is starting from VDR.
Yeah, whatever.
Can we make it as SUP?
No.
That cannot be controlled by us.
No. When integrates whatever ID in ERP, that ERP will come and sit here. In SAP MM, supplier will have ID, right? That ID will come and replace this VDR ID.
Okay.
Otherwise, you cannot, make any changes to this. Okay. And these are about these supplier IDs. Once supplier is registered in Ariba network, this Ariba network ID will also come here. Okay. And then you go to contacts.
Contacts.
Yeah, next one. So you can add contacts. Okay. During registration, this contact will come here. Okay, you can add any additional contacts also and make him primary contact. To the right hand side, you see a radio button to make it a primary contact. Yeah, you can make it a primary or secondary contact and save it. That will come here. Okay. For every supplier, there will be a supplier manager. You can internally. So you can assign a supplier manager for this supplier. Internal user you can assign. On top of that, there is assign supplier manager, you see. Yeah, you can assign a supplier manager. Click on this assign supplier manager. Yeah, you can assign any person here, like the PL Reddy, Professor Musij, anyone you can type and or else you can assign yourself, whatever your ID, something your name.
My ID is Professor 74 only.
No, it is not Professor, something else.
Let me just
check. It is Professor
RS.
Yeah, view supplier.
Yeah,
to contact.
Go to the contact. And here, yes. Okay. So what is the role of the supplier manager?
So he will be responsible to handle any actions on the supplier. Like his certificate is expired, he has to ensure he should contact the supplier and get it renewed. Okay. Any risk assessment he has to do it for supplier. He has to send him some engagement request. All those things, this supplier is responsible. This supplier manager is responsible. Okay. Then ERP data. Click on ERP data. So this ERP data, when it integrates, that ERP data will come and sit here. Okay. In SAP, if you see the ERP data, business partner will look like this only. You can expand all this vendor information, tax and all. It is in that fashion, ERP fashion. Okay. That information will come and sit here. And any certificates related to it expiring, that certificate information, it will within the certificate tab. Okay, now there are no.
So certificate is related to trade license and all that, correct?
Yes, ISO certificate which are about to expire. Okay, when you load a certificate, it will be in green. When it is about to expire, it will show as red. Okay, and that will give alerts to your supplier manager and ask them to contact supplier and renew it. And if you click on activity log, that is a history about what we have done so far on this supplier. Okay, we have created a supplier request. When we have approved, we have asked for additional information. All this, when you are in implementation project or a support project, I mean, somebody is saying, I mean, I have not done this or that. I mean, this will give a proof of what action has been taken at what time.
I just did few things and lot of entries has been already. So can we restrict these activity logs also, or it is rated?
No, we cannot restrict. It is from the system.
Okay.
Yeah. So next, what the risk we will discuss later. If the risk we have anything related to risk management, if only you see risk tab here if the supplier has bought supplier risk module. If they have not bought supplier risk module, you will not see the risk in this 360-degree profile. Okay, go to supplier request here. Okay, this is what the information you have filled. Now, since this is approved, if you go to registration, wait. Contact email address is ABC11. This is
basically, this registration will go to this particular email.
But you have that email ID?
No, I just put. We can update it or no?
No, we cannot update it now. That's email ID.
I can create one more contact and will.
Yes, yeah. Create a contact. Let's see.
But here, that was different. That in the ABC11, that was.
Yes, correct. I mean, you edit this and see, make it primary contact.
Oh, actually, this will not, because their email ID is basically when we created.
Yes.
Which email ID it goes, like when we given in the main details, or this one contact one?
As of now, maybe they have something to select at that time. Okay, let's see. So while giving the invite, it will ask for the email ID or it will automatically?
No, it will automatically go. Click on invite. It is asking. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not.
It is asking. Send it.
Yeah.
Now you will receive a notification to your email ID.
Here it will not work. Yeah, I received.
Yeah. So you can click on the link. It says
click here to create account now.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do it with the because Gmail is not allowed in our office laptop actually.
Okay, I am not able to do it from my thing. What is your ID, Amit? You are doing now, Professor
74. 74.
See, for all admins, okay.
No, this is SRSA 574. I think. No, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it is there. Okay. See, all customer admins, whoever has the role of customer admin, they also have access to, access any users. Okay. When they go to actions, okay, there is an option called act as. Since I am not able to do it from my access, I will act as you and I will create a supplier request. Understood?
Basically, proxy you are using, right?
Yeah, proxy. Your proxy. See, when I go here, I see ABC management. Okay. So I will create a supplier request, a new supplier request soon. Okay. I will say A to B company limited. I think there is issue with that email ID itself, not with my ID. Okay, can I use any of your mail ID? You pin me in the chat.
Viraj, I have also tried, but I am also not able to see. Like once submitted, I cannot see.
But when he is doing, he is able to do it.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Okay. So you got the invite, no? From there we proceed.
Yeah, I also submit the response for that one.
Oh, okay.
So from where I can come to know like he has responded on the answers.
In registration, okay, when you go to where you are responding, I think you have not submitted it.
No, I submitted. You have submitted a response to the questionnaire and that doc number is also.
Okay. Then scroll down.
Pending approval, it is showing pending approval actually.
Yeah, go to this summary page. Summary. On top there is a summary.
Yeah. Just a second.
No, I'll show you what. Yeah, go to summary. It is pending approval. Okay, registration status. Now, if you go to registration tab, okay, scroll down to the last, bottom. There is a action icon against this approval. There is internal that one. Click on that. Once the external registration is completed, as internal procurement day, you have to assign him to, which company code he belongs to, all those things. Okay. So by default, it has been selected, and you can click on mark complete with this.
But I didn't check what information he provided, right?
No. When you have selected the commodity and the region, no, based on that, it is automatically populated, this one. The procurement manager has to just click on mark complete on this transaction.
No, that is fine, but the information, let's say how many employees and what is my revenue, there are other information.
That information, I'll show you. This is different information. I'll show you where is that information. Scroll down. Okay, mark it as completed. Okay, you have to give what is the minimum order value for this supplier. Every time when you create a purchase order, you have to put some zero input on 220. Yeah, here minimum order value, you mention it as 25. See, minimum it says 1 lakh. More than 1 lakh is specified. Yeah. Okay, scroll down now. The market has completed. So this is not external, which you send to supplier. This is internal to the buyer. Once the supplier registers, he has to, some few fields gets populated from the region and commodity we have selected there. Others, like minimum order value, they have to select and mark it as completed. Now, if you go back to supplier profile, click on done. Click on done. Yeah. Here, supplier registration questionnaire is there on top.
This one?
Yeah. The first one in the questionnaire. No. Under supplier is this one. Okay, that is, see, the type is external. Okay, internal registration questionnaire is internal. External, the supplier registration questionnaire is external. What you submitted outside this Ariba from supplier end, that is external. If you click on that action.
Actually, I was asking for that only.
Yeah. Now scroll down. You will see all the answers you have given there. Okay. Now again, click on done. Go back to our file. User profile. One thing
I'm not satisfied, I have to again send it to the.
You are not satisfied, I'll show you. Click on done. Still it is not approved, right? Okay. If you scroll down to the last, once you mark it as completed, that action icon is against the approval for supplier registration. Yeah. It was, see, now if you are not satisfied,
request
you can
additional info.
Yeah, information, or you can deny or you can approve. If it is denied means, again, they have to start it from beginning. If you are requesting for additional information, they can resubmit, edit and resubmit.
Deny, basically, I have to start with supplier request, correct?
Yes. And you click on done now. See, the supplier nodes, all nodes become green now.
Correct.
Isn't it? Fully registered. Now, if you go to summary page, it will show as registered. Okay. Now you go to qualifications page.
So basically now this network, Ariba network.
Yeah, not populated.
But this T is temporary or what?
No, for test system it is T. It is not a test site, you will not see the type and T.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Go to qualifications.
But still now, it needs to be integrated with the SAP MM, right?
Yeah. Now go to this ERP data, I will tell you. This sync now option is there. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Now, once it is registered, if you click on sync now, it will get integrated. Now there is no S4HANA integrated to the system. Okay, this is only test system. Yeah,
but it should be now for us actually. If we want to see the PRPO flow, then it would be very difficult, right, for us.
Yes, I can show you differently, but demo systems you cannot expect that to be integrated in real time. Wherever you are working, that test systems you can integrate. Integration, there is a different chapter. I will tell you when I am going there what is required for integration. Okay, we will see that. Okay, so basically there is two types of integration in the supplier integration. When you click on this sync now manually, that is called manual integration. Upon supplier registration, if it is manually getting integrated without sync now, that is automatic integration. Okay, if you set the supplier integration to automatic, once the supplier is registered, it will automatically integrate to S4. The sync now option will not be there. Okay. Now, if you go to this qualifications, now that supplier is registered, so you want to qualify them. The qualification is based on, so always you want to, for this commodity and this region, you want to qualify him as a supplier. Okay. Next time when you want to buy this item, the qualified supplier for that item and region would be this supplier, ABC management. Select a category. Now, from the category, you have to browse the categories. Okay, from all commodities. Yeah, and region you can select. Israel is there. Yeah, you can select that way. If you want to buy anything from Israel.
Israel is a little bit risky.
Yeah. And a qualification end date. Okay, for this there will be an expiration date. You want to qualify him until next year. The validity period for qualification will be until next year. After that, if you want to renew, low qualification, you can review. If it's quality and everything is fine from the supplier, you can review. Otherwise, you can keep him expired. Okay, scroll down. Okay, send this qualification.
So why this is coming by default IT service qualification in this?
No, only two supplier qualification templates are there. You either can select IT service qualification or the second one. Which one you want to send them? I will show you. When we are creating a template, we have created two templates with questions. Okay, one is this template and second one is this template. You can confirm, you can select either of them and you can send it to the supplier. Now this is auto
No, but
selected.
that template has those three fields, right? If I'm not wrong. Supplier qualification.
Yeah.
One, right? So by default, it is coming as I can select it or no?
No, you can select either. You can try to select that. See, this is by default selected. Okay, if you want to select both questionnaires will go to the supplier. We can see that. I mean, if you send this questionnaire, click on send.
I already clicked, but nothing happened. I think I have to answer.
Okay, click on send.
Yeah, that way, because I only filled that one actually. Because I put his IT service internal questionnaire.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, IT services is the internal questionnaire qualification. When you are sending it to external, the supplier's qualification is the one you have to select.
Correct.
Okay, now you see any notification received. Can you share that screen?
No, I cannot share that screen because that is a different laptop.
Okay.
Let me just do here.
There will be only one question you have to answer in there. What question you see?
Click here. Let me just click here. Yeah, do you have Cisco certification? I don't know. I receive IT certification. Send supplier.
No, this is only dummy question. I mean, don't actually go literally by the questions there. Okay, you understand that when we are sending a questionnaire to the supplier during qualifications, he will receive some question. He has to respond to that question. In this case, it is a Cisco certification. You answer yes.
No, I can. Okay, let me say yes, because it is also asking me to attach a file. Let me just attach any file. So these setups we have to do, right, in our templates, or these are by default?
No, templates we have to do.
Yeah, so
I'll show you.
That you will show us how to create the template. Right?
Tomorrow full class about templates only.
Let me just have one. What I can.
All of you are sitting in one place or different places?
No, different places.
Okay.
We basically work from home.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
No, I was.
Okay, so I have the response.
I think you have to, stay logged in. Yes. So now come down and click on done here. Click on done. Okay, go to under qualifications. Yeah. Click on that action. Yeah, scroll down. Click on the approval node. Approve. See, in real time, I mean, who creates and approves is different. This is only for testers. So you are the creator and you are the approver.
But once I click on approve, it should go actually. Why should I need to click on done?
That is how it is.
No.
Yeah.
Generally.
I understand. Yeah. But again, you have to click on done here.
Yeah. So if done is not pressed, it will not be approved?
No, it will be approved. But see, to go back and see what is the status also, you have to click on approve only. Click on done. Done is mandatory. If you have to go back. See, now it is the status is qualified. In the summary page also, you will see, go to summary page, it is qualified.
So for qualification also, it will go to supplier, like...
Yeah, correct. Supplier.
But so I didn't understand why it will go to supplier for qualification.
No.
Whether it is... Yes.
Like for qualification, why we are sending? Because suppose if all the qualifications are met or not, let's say if we are taking example that their turnover should be 5,000 crore. We don't know. Only supplier will fill that information that they are having this 5,000 crores of turnover. They will fill based on that. This buyer team or whoever will be stakeholders, they will approve.
Okay. Got it.
Based on that only, his qualification might be pending. Based on whether he has a Cisco certificate, it is pending. Okay, now it is qualified, right? If you go to qualifications again, click on qualification.
But the question can be put in different way. Why we have to send it in the different emails? Let's say once we are filling the information, in that template also we have this qualification template, right? So at the one time only we get all the information from the supplier.
No. Wait. Good question. See, the thing is, supplier registration or request form, it is unique for all the suppliers. Okay. you cannot send different.
Unique or same for all the suppliers?
Same. Sorry, unique not. I mean same for all the suppliers. Okay, when you are onboarding an employee, you will give a same set of questions to all the employees, right? I mean, you have to upload the documents here. Okay, specify your last experience. All these questions will be same. No, when you are asking additional questions, you need a different project. Okay, for registration, it is same for all. The supplier request, it is same for all. Okay.
And suppose I don't need any other question for qualification, so I can just skip it, right?
Skip it. I mean, qualification, you can always skip it. I mean, if you don't want qualification, I mean, you can just ask based on country and region only. You can ask and you can qualify him. You can ask
without sending him any further questionnaire. I can qualify directly him, right? I can directly make him qualified.
Yeah.
Purchasing.
Yeah, internal qualification also will be there. Yeah.
No, but as to just counter your question, you have a same thing for all the suppliers. In that case, if that supplier doesn't have the qualification to meet my requirement, I am just registering him on the system, right? Because it is getting registered. After that, only I am sending him for the qualification.
See, you cannot ask. I mean, if you are Cisco certified or ISO certified for all the suppliers, okay, maybe I mean all the suppliers might not fall into that bucket. Okay, so since the registration form will not contain anything particular to any supplier, a general information, so additional qualifications and all you have to ask in a separate questionnaire. The supplier registration will have only general information about them. Okay, what is their address? What is their, I mean, whether they are okay with their non-disclosure agreement, code of conduct is okay. They will accept the code of conduct. Okay, how many employees they have? What is their turnover? What is their address? Okay, are they do women-owned business, diversification? All these things are general to everyone. Okay, if you are asking any additional qualifications, then you have to, based on some criteria you want to qualify the supplier, then qualification, you can ask those questions.
So those qualification templates we need to build separately, right?
Yes, separately.
So we can have, let's say, the 100 templates, let's say for the IT industry, defense industry, or some other industry.
Yeah. Yes. Qualifications can be many, but the registration.
Because once I click on it, didn't ask because there was only one qualification template. That's why it was not asking, because once I click on plus, it never asked me which template I need to use.
Yeah, no. We can have templates for qualification also. Many templates. Like we also have modular questionnaire. Okay, whatever we are not able to ask in registration for extra certifications, we can create modular questionnaire.
Because why I am saying here, it is not asking me to select the template, right? If
there might be many templates, but only one template is active. Whatever template is active, only that you are able to select here.
Okay. Because in that case, I should be able to select the template, which one I need to send to the supplier.
We'll see that in templates.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Yeah. So when you have come here, qualified, right? When you click on these three dots under this action, when you see, you have option to disqualify him also. Okay. When you click on disqualify. Okay. Whatever category you have selected, select that. I mean, if you want to proceed, you can proceed. Otherwise, cancel this.
Yeah, okay. Cancel.
Yeah. So it will show disqualified. Okay. Again, when you go to these actions, you will have option to requalify. When you click on requalify, again a questionnaire will go to your mail notification. Again, you have to answer about your certification question, and it will again be qualified. Okay. The last one in this is preferred supplier. This thing. Okay. Based on the level, you can make the supplier preferred, like gold, bronze, platinum. Okay, see, if you click on the last option, preferred level, you select the commodity. This is internal, I think.
I think this is internal. It will not go to the
preferred. Select it as whether diamond eligible for diamond. Select that.
Yeah, I'm just
click on gold.
Let me select.
Submit. It will go for an approval.
Preferred category status information is not.
Pending approval. Click on that again to approve. We don't edit, we view. Click, scroll down. Does not come for approval yet. Scroll up. Click on done. Approval you have to see here. Down you have the take action. Click on approve and click on done. Done again. Now it is preferred also. Now if you go to summary, the status of the preferred also will change to one preferred. So registered, qualified, preferred, and once it is integrated to ERP, it show integrated. Okay. Now again, as I told you, there is a questionnaires column in the last. Okay, any additional thing? See, registration, qualification, supplier request, whatever. The qualification is only used for qualifying a supplier. Those questions only they will ask. Okay, preferred, to make it preferred supplier, they will use that section. Okay, to ask any additional questions, I mean, there is something called modular questionnaires. If you scroll up on the top, let me stop sharing. I'll show you from here. I am in this page. Okay, you see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So if you want to send any additional questionnaire to the supplier, under manage, you can go to SM modular questionnaire. Okay.
But now you can see the supplier that I have created or not.
Yeah, let me check. See, now you want to ask something extra from the supplier. Okay. Maybe related to their quantity, quality or compliance. Okay. For example, compliance report you are asking from them. Okay. This modular questionnaire, if I click on next, it will ask whom you want to send it. What is our company name? ABC, right? This one, ABC Management, right? Okay, I will select this to see this supplier and click on next and send. Now you will receive this modular questionnaire. Okay. Now if I show you, if I go to questionnaire, this I have sent it to you. You have not yet responded. I mean, the supplier has not yet responded. Once they respond to it, it will be approved status.
Okay, let me just let this.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me one thing. Suppose if a vendor is initially registered, okay, and approved.
Okay.
Okay. So currently it is in approved status, right? We have seen. And after that, we have sent for qualification purpose. Whether at the time of registration or after just registration, will it be available for raising purchase orders?
I told you there are two types of, I mean, two sections in the supplier. One is common data, one is partition data. Okay, when he is registered, he will not have the partition data. Partition data is required for creating a purchase orders. Okay, partition data is whether he is linked to which company code, PR, that will come from the ERP system. Okay, when he integrates. Okay, and I told you, right, ACM ID is the link which takes the information from ERP to Ariba. Okay. Before that, I'll show you. This is ABC management. No, I will show you 1 minute.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Yeah, 1 minute. This I am going to downstream. Okay. I am going to create now requisition, add a non-catalog item. Okay, these all things we have to fill when creating a requisition. Now I have to see whether ABC management is available or not. When I am creating purchase order, purchase requisition. It is not there. Okay. So I'll show you. Now I go here, manage, core admin, delete this request for a while. Okay, I'm going to supplier manager. There is supplier. Okay, this is common supplier and this is the partition supplier. When I type ABC here, the supplier is, I'll type full name, ABC Management. What is the company name? ABC Management only now.
You can just type with ABC. Let's see, maybe some spelling mistake. Come down.
Yeah, this one
it is. Yeah.
Okay, if I go here, this one, you have all this general information, but this partition is blank. Okay, what I will do, I will go to this ABC management, edit, go to partition data and create new partition data. So in real time, this information will come from ERP, but manually we are editing this partition data. Okay, this has everything, supplier location.
So when you are saying it will come from ERP, what does it mean? Whether after qualification of supplier, it will come automatically or how it will come?
After registration only when it integrates. When it integrates to ERP, from ERP that this partition will get filled. Okay.
Okay.
I'll show you. This will happen automatically. You have to give what is the preferred ordering method like electronic ordering, or you can specify email or printing. Okay, and then finally supplier street Bangalore. I'll show you what is the importance of filling this.
Actually, the name you have typed now, that is different from that. I think earlier name there was some spelling typo.
Okay.
So better to keep the same name, just copy paste.
This one? No, this
yes,
one.
Yes. This one I think the spelling is mistake. The one I have created, right? Can we copy? Let me just.
Yeah, please check now.
MANAGEN MENT, yes.
Okay, click on OK, and save this. Now we have a partition data. Okay, now this is eligible to create a requisition. If I create requisition, create a non-catalog item, select search for this supplier ABC, search, it's not there. Let me go back.
I check at my end.
Yeah, please.
Okay, let me just share my screen just by it. Or maybe I have submitted that response and that is in the process.
Maybe that is the reason. Okay. Yeah. Now, see what is the status of this questionnaire
This one.
in the last.
Pending
It is pending
approval.
approval. Okay. You approve it.
Let me just come down.